And we're back. Okay. So today we're talking about challenges and we're experiencing them all at the same time. This is an interactive talk about challenges. So again, a show of hands, who here has looked back at a challenging time and then has been grateful that they went through that because of that, they're who they are today? Okay? A whole bunch of hands. That's awesome. I have a story that I'll share. It's not a big groundbreaking story. It's not where I hit rock bottom and then rose to the top. Though often I've thought about writing a talk on you don't have to hit rock bottom to be an inspirational speaker, because so many inspirational speakers have hit rock bottom and that's their story. This is not a rock bottom story, but it's something that happened and I am so grateful that it did. Back in January of 2002, I got fired from my job. And at the time, I was not grateful. It was a new job. I took it because I thought I was up for the challenge. The pay was good for what I was doing, and I left a job that I liked and that I enjoyed to work for another place. And I was not happy there. But I would have kept working there. But I got fired. And at the time, I was in a new relationship. I had ended an old relationship. I was trying to sell a house. And here I am, I'm unemployed. I worked in a box office for a performing arts company. And there aren't a lot of professional performing arts companies in this town that are looking for box office managers. And that was my skill level, so I thought. And so, at the time, I wasn't attending Unity. I'd never heard of Unity. So I didn't know of these principles that were there to help me through challenging times, or through stressful times, or through amazing times. But there's one thing that I did do, and I didn't fight it. I just rolled with it. And as opportunities came up, I took them. I said yes. And by doing so, I developed a new skill set of things. I was performing improv more. I had time to do theater. I auditioned for Beef and Boards. It took a couple of times, but I got in. And since then, since 2007, I've done at least one show at Beef and Boards every year. Though I'm not making a living as a professional actor, I am performing and working as a professional actor, and I love that. And there's so many other things that I love to do that it gives me time to do the many things that I like to do. And then I look at, well, if I had never left that other job, I probably would have still been working up until May of this year, and then I would have lost my job because of the pandemic. So I would have been great up until May, and then I wouldn't have had a job. And if I hadn't left that job, who knows, I may not have come to Unity on that one Christmas Eve. If I hadn't have come here on that one Christmas Eve, I would have never found Unity. I would never become music director. I would have never gone to Sound Connections and met the musicians that I've met and become friends with those friends. I would have never become friends with any of you. And if I hadn't have come, and also if I had never gone to Sound Connections, I never would have met my friend Melinda Wood Allen, who introduced me to One Spirit. And then I would have never gone to seminary, and I would never have become ordained, and I would not be speaking here today.
Or your CD.
Or I would have never made and recorded the CD of the 12 Powers. Thank you, Rose. And so I would have never met the people that have been huge influences on my life. And my life is so much better, and I am so grateful that I got fired from my job in January of 2002. But it's easy. It's easy to look back and be grateful, right? It's easy. But how can you be grateful when you're in the middle of a challenging time? How can you be grateful when you lose internet connection in the middle of a live stream. I'm working on that one. But how, but how can you be grateful? An old friend of mine from high school, he was my neighbor growing up. I was his transportation to marching band practice every day. And he is a Baptist minister. And we had many conversations in high school, and we never really agreed on stuff when it came to religion. But he shared the other day James 1 from the New Testament, the book of James, verse 1, part of that. I was like, oh, I think this works with my talk. So I'm going to read part of the first chapter of James from the New International Bible. James, a servant of God and the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes scattered among the nations. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. If you lack wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. But when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. That person should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. Such a person is double-minded and unstable in all they do. In verses 12 through 14 of James 1, blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. When tempted, no one should say, God is tempting me. For God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he tempt anyone, but each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desire and enticed. Verses 16 through 18. Don't be deceived, my dear brothers and sisters. Every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father and the heavenly lights, who does not change like shifting shadows. He chose to give us birth through the word of truth, and that we might be a kind of first fruits of all he created. And when I first decided to do this talk, there was a song that kept running through my head. It's a song called Little Flowers. It was written in 1977. And when I was in high school at the Rocheville United Methodist Church, I used to sing this song. And so I decided I was going to sing it today. Challenges with a lowercase c. That's not the right word. It's like, take a look at the person next to you. That was last week. Little flowers never worry when the wind begins to blow, and they never cry when the rain begins to fall. Oh, it's wet and oh so cold. Soon the sun will shine again, then they'll smile unto the world, for their beauty to behold. So let it rain, let it rain, let it pour. Let trouble keep knocking at my door. If we learn the right from wrong, it will help to make us strong. When the clouds begin to gather and the wind begins to blow, little flowers don't complain, though they're tossing to and fro. Oh, I guess they've learned the secret. They don't fret because they know if it never rained, then they'd never grow. So let it rain, let it rain, let it pour. Let old trouble keep knocking at my door. If we learn the right from wrong, it will help to make us strong. Lord, please help us learn the secret. Even little flowers know if it never rains, then we'll never grow. It's been almost 40 years. And this song meant a lot to me then, and it means something different to me now. Because I've grown, I've matured. And when I was rehearsing this song and letting the message sink into me, it was the words, if we learn the right from wrong, it will help to make us strong. Those were jumping out at me, right and wrong. As a teenager, 16, 17 years old when I was doing this, when I sang this song, right and wrong was very black and white to me. Right and wrong is no longer black and white to me. Right and wrong is very gray to me, because what's right for one may be wrong for another. It's both and. So I was thinking, what does right and wrong mean to us here in Unity? And I realized it's truth and illusion. It's discerning truth from illusion. So if we never discern truth from illusion, then we will never expand our consciousness. That's what this song means to me now. If we never discern the truth from illusion, we will never expand our consciousness. And this is what I think James was talking about when he talks about these trials or these testings that he mentions. These are opportunities. These trials, these tests, they're opportunities for us to discern truth from illusion. The illusion is that something is happening to us. The truth is things are happening for us. We've heard that before, right? But when you're in the middle of it, it's hard to realize this is happening for me. Because the question that keeps coming up is, why? Why is this happening? Discern it. Listen to it. Why is this happening? It's for me to grow. It's for me to learn. It's for me to understand. You may be going through something or a challenge with a conversation with somebody else. I'll just put it out there, this political season or these political years that we're having, and you may not agree with someone and it's causing friction. But we need to stop and listen to each other. We may not change each other's mind, But if we stop and listen and understand and discern our truth and know that that is their truth as well, maybe we can unite again. And just remember that anything and everything that is happening is for your highest good. Flowers may see storm clouds and feel the wind blow and see it as a sign that the rain that they need is on its way. There is no need to worry. When we find ourselves in turbulent times, we need not worry, for the lessons that we need are on their way. We must wait out the storm. As James said, let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete and not lacking anything. And it's hard to wait out the storm. Ed mentioned last week, along with being grateful for the people that we love, for our families and the people that inspire us, the people that we look up to, not only should we be grateful for them, but we need to be grateful for those who push our buttons. I've heard many other speakers refer to people like this, our button pushers, as our teachers. They are our teachers in life. We can be grateful for them for showing us who we don't want to be, or who we may have become had we not waited out the storm and listened and persevered. We can be grateful for them, for reminding us that we must love one another. They are not here to hurt us, but to make us stronger if we persevere. It is not good versus evil, it's truth over illusion. We need to let go of the pain that the hurt caused from these trials from the past, from those times when we weren't able to discern truth from illusion. In the month of November, we look at the power of renunciation, or the power of release. And with that power, we know that we can let go of the illusions of hate. For the truth is that hate is fear of the unknown. We can learn to forgive those who have hurt us. It's not our burden to bear. Being grateful for these people and during times of hardship, we can release them from our shoulders. The Hawaiian culture has a term called ho'oponopono. The ho'oponopono prayer goes like this: I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Only then will it be possible for you to find in your heart to forgive someone else or yourself. If the final step you acknowledge love for yourself and for others. So we're going to go into a meditation at this point, and it's going to be a song entitled From This Moment by Melinda Wood Allen. So go ahead and find yourselves as comfortable as you can in these seats. Your feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes if you're comfortable, or just lower your gaze. We're going to take a deep breath in through your nose and gently out through your mouth, making sure your mask is on. Taking another deep breath in and out. And I want you to bring forth, if you're comfortable with this, I don't want you to do anything you're not comfortable with. If you are comfortable, to bring to mind
a situation or a person that has challenged you. And we're going to practice this prayer of Ho'oponopono in this song, and realizing that you can forgive in a moment. So let the words of this song be your words. In this moment, I release, I let go, I find peace. In this moment, I live and let live. And I'm given the grace to forgive. I love you. I forgive you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I forgive you. Please forgive me. Thank you. In this moment, no cause to defend, no one against me, nothing to mend. In this moment, I need nothing at all. So I listen and answer the call. I love you. I forgive you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I forgive you. Please forgive me. Thank you. In this moment, I release, I let go, I find peace. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I forgive you. Thank you. I love you. Take a breath in and release.
And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. So I'm going to shift gears a little bit right here at this point. It's November 15th, 2020. The days are getting shorter and the days are getting darker. We are 36 days away from the winter solstice, the day with the shortest amount of daylight, or the least amount of daylight of the year. Our ancestors created rituals to get through these dark hours. In many cultures throughout the world, we find at this time of year celebrations of gratitude and of light. And I would like to use each of these as metaphors of when we are in dark times, no matter what time of year it is, if we are in a dark time, to find gratitude and to find light. The season of gratitude and renewal begins. On Friday, we had Diwali. Soon as Thanksgiving, Advent will be beginning, Hanukkah, Yule, winter solstice, and Christmas. This is a time of release and a time of miracles. This is when light defeats darkness. The light returns, the menorah burns, the Christ is born. Diwali is a Hindu celebration of light. Put simply, it's a celebration of good conquering evil. The Lord Rama had defeated Ravana and returned with his wife Sita after 14 years of exile to become the rightful king. As the village awaited the return, they started putting lamps in the windows to welcome them home. Had Rama and Sita not been exiled, then this fight between Rama and Ravana may not have happened. The winter solstice and Yule. In Norse tradition, this is a celebration of the god Odin returning the light. It was celebrated with bonfires and feasts, burning the Yule log for 12 days to bring prosperity and abundance. Hanukkah, the celebration from when the Maccabees reclaimed the temple. And when they went to rededicate the temple, there was very little oil left in the menorah for it to burn. And when they lit it, it burned for 8 days. It was a miracle. Stories of good winning over evil. This is discernment of truth over illusion. May we all release our hold on darkness and let our lights shine. It is our fears that cast the shadow. May the divine light in you shine through, and together we can make this world a place of love. And I'm grateful. Namaste.
Thank you, Michael. Beautiful message. I'm just so grateful for not only you, but this opportunity to worship together and for the divine abundance that surrounds us every day. May we just step into each day as we face this week, remembering that all we need is available to us. We just open to it. I'm going to skip the announcements because I already did. And as we prepare for our offering, we ask that you hold that divine abundance in mind and be open to receive it. So as we prepare for our love offering, or if you're watching online, I invite you to go to our website, unityofindy.org, and donate online, or mail a check to Unity of Indianapolis at 907 North Delaware, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46202. Let us know together our affirmation of abundance, divine love, working through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, all that I receive, and I am grateful. We ask that you leave by row, and at that time, please place your love offering in the basket at the back of the sanctuary. And please remember to wear your mask while in the building and to practice social distancing. And once the offering is collected, the money stewards will bless the offering. So we thank you for your attendance here today, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.
So as we close out our service, as we always do, with a peace song, I invite you can stand if you like, or you can sit and close your eyes and visualize all sentient beings on this earth, standing hand in hand, heart to heart, soul to soul. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Here we go. Think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. You see it's getting late, oh please don't hesitate, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Another day goes by, and still the children cry, put a little love in your heart. You want the world to know we won't let hatred grow, put a little love in your heart.